Okay, let me start with a question that might sound absurd. Has Microsoft secretly turned its weather app into a secret agent for RAM destruction? Because if you've ever opened the weather app on Windows 11 and suddenly felt your PC gasp for air, you're not imagining things. This isn't just a minor bug, it's a window into why Microsoft's promises about optimizing Windows 11 for low RAM systems are crumbling faster than a cheap laptop hinge. Let me break this down, and trust me, it's wilder than you think. So here's the deal. Microsoft swore up and down that Windows 11 would be leaner, meaner, and kinder to systems with 8 GB of RAM. But then you boot up the weather app, a basic utility, and it's sucking down 1.6 GB of RAM like it's a vampire at a blood bank. Let that sink in. A weather app. Meanwhile, macOS's version uses less than 250 megabytes. What's the catch? Well, turns out, Microsoft didn't just build a bloated app, they weaponized it with ads. Yep, it's not just a weather app, it's an MSN ad delivery system wearing a raincoat. Personally, I think this is Microsoft's version of a free sample, except instead of giving you a taste, they're stealing your system resources and showing you a banner ad for car insurance. Now, let's unpack why this matters. If you're stuck on 8 GB of RAM, which, by the way, Microsoft claims Windows 11 is optimized for, you're already skating on thin ice. Add a single ad that guzzles 20% of your memory, and suddenly your browser tabs start crashing like a toddler in a china shop. But here's the kicker. This isn't even a third-party app. It's built into the OS. So users who don't know how to hunt down background processes in Task Manager are just screwed. What many people don't realize is that this isn't just about weather. It's a symptom of a bigger problem, Microsoft's priorities. They're pushing ads and bloatware while pretending to care about efficiency. It's like a restaurant claiming to offer light meals but serving fried butter on a stick. And let's talk about the ads, because this isn't just a technical fail, it's a moral one. Why is a system utility slapping you with sponsored content? If I want ads, I'll open a browser. This feels like Microsoft took the free in freemium and stapled it to your start menu. The worst part? The macOS weather app doesn't just use less RAM, it doesn't shove ads in your face. So Apple manages to build a sleek, efficient tool without monetizing your glance at tomorrow's forecast. What's Microsoft's excuse? But we wanted to give users more options? No. This is greed disguised as features. Here's where things get existential. Why does this even happen? Microsoft has the resources to fix this. They've known about these issues for years. But they keep doubling down on bloatware, ads, and half-baked UIs. A detail I find fascinating is how this mirrors the broader tech trend of software bloat as a service. Companies keep adding fluff to justify hardware upgrades, trapping users in a cycle of forced obsolescence. Your 8 GB RAM PC isn't slow, it's being held hostage by an OS that prioritizes ads over performance. And if you're a casual user, you'd never guess the weather app is the culprit. You just assume your machine's ancient, when really, Microsoft's engineering choices are the problem. So what's the solution? Uninstall the app. Disable its background processes. But here's the deeper issue. Users shouldn't have to act like sysadmins just to keep their OS from collapsing under the weight of a weather forecast. Microsoft needs to stop treating Windows like a cash cow and start treating it like an operating system. Until then, this isn't just a RAM problem, it's a trust problem. And honestly, after watching this unfold, I'll take my weather updates from the window. At least that view doesn't crash my PC.